Hey, good afternoon. This is Joe Biondo with Inbound Logistics, coming to you live from Modex 2026. Right now I'm talking with Jackie Wu, CEO of Corbus Robotics. Hey Jackie, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing well, thanks. So I wanted to jump in and ask you a couple questions. First up, we have, what is the single biggest pain point that you hear from your customers right now compared to 2 years ago?
I think everybody knows that the world of AI and robotics is coming. It's very clear that there are some of these biggest challenges in supply chain flexibility, and just automation coming. So people are aware of it, and they are looking for solutions that work today to bring ROI in a handful of months in order to improve their operations.
So looking around the Modex floor today, I know it's day one, you might not have had the opportunity to walk around, but looking around the Modex floor today, what is one thing that you've seen that would have been unthinkable, unfathomable 5 years ago?
Man, it's been so busy here at Modex. I think the pace of technology has really progressed, and the rate of adoption for autonomy, computer vision, deep learning, these types of robots that are truly autonomous, physical AI that's actually performing in the real world at scale today. This wasn't much of a thing 5 years ago.
What do you think is the biggest mistakes you see companies making as they start off on that digital transformation journey?
I think there's something to be said for physical AI that has been scaled up, beyond just like a handful of units in a pilot or something. I think there's something to be said for products that have customers, like robotics, cutting edge products that have customers that are using this nationwide. And then you can be assured of the ROI and the reliability of the products, which is really important for the business case.
So Jackie, you recently launched Corvus 1 for cold chain. We know electronics at sub-zero temperatures don't really mix too well all too often. Tell us how you re-engineered the drone that we hear in the background to live in a negative 20 degrees Celsius environment.
Yeah, it's interesting because when we go into these environments and when we talk to the stakeholders, it really is an underserved market. Like deep freezer, minus 20 degrees Fahrenheit, it's super cold, and a lot of electronics and hardware fail. And so we've had to do a lot of proprietary engineering on heat management and being able to manage the lens and the optics just to be able to see in these really cold environments and for the electronics to actually work. And so these allow these robots to check inventory without anybody there for cold chain, refrigerated warehouses, freezer, deep freezer, down to minus 20 degrees Fahrenheit.
So most drones need Wi-Fi or floor stickers to know where they are. Yours are infrastructure free. Can you explain how your AI world model allows these drones to navigate a busy warehouse alongside forklifts and any other external help? Without any external help, sorry.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at some of the other approaches or the other solutions here, they have people kind of as drone flyers, or drone minders, following the drones around, or they have to put up all of these beacons, and the drones just don't work in these really cold environments. And I think that really defeats the purpose if you still have a person following these drones around in this cold chain environment when your entire purpose was to get people out of that environment so they don't have to wear like the parkas and the gloves and everything, right? So absolutely. So we've had to do a lot of, it's the core Corvus AI stack that we've built over many years. It's like the 2D navigation of many of these AMR companies, but it's a whole new dimension of challenge when it's in 3D. And so it's this proprietary technology that we've spent years and millions of dollars refining to be able to give customers the service levels that they deserve.
So you recently announced a massive nationwide rollout with Southern Glazers. They've seen a six-fold increase in inventory validation frequency. What was the light bulb moment for them that proved drones were a necessity, not just a look nice?
Southern Glazers is clearly a very forward-thinking company in being able to serve all of their customers and being able to adopt and stay on the cutting edge of innovation. The light bulb moment was when they saw that this was actually finding them lost inventory that they otherwise would not be able to find, and they're able to do so without adding headcount. In fact, shifting headcount from the cycle counting team over to picking, who are now making the company money. And so, when you can't find an item, you can't sell that item, you can't ship that to customers. And so, being able to do that at scale across many different distribution centers means real savings and real earnings for the company.
So you're debuting a brand new product here at MODEX. Without giving too much away to the competition, what gap in the warehouse is this new innovation designed to fill?
Well, the drones are able to scan everything that's in storage, and they do a very good job of that. But before items get to storage or after they leave storage, for example at the dock doors, there's no visibility. It's just completely hidden. And so the launch of the new product allows us to cover all of these gaps to provide truly end-to-end inventory visibility from the time that inventory enters the facility to when it leaves.
So you guys use robot as a service model. For a company worried about the high cost of entry into robotics, how does a RaaS model make it easier for them to go from 0 drones to a fully autonomous fleet?
The RaaS model is really beautiful in that instead of these multi-year CapEx expenses that you have to amortize over 5 years or 10 years, you can get started right away. And so if you look at the cost of this, it's cheaper than what the company was paying before. So you get ROI very quickly, right? Within 6 months, 3 months even. And that's very appealing for many companies, especially as they're navigating, uncertainty in the, global macro environment, and they need that type of flexibility and working capital.